thing. Maybe king high at this stage is enough. At some point he's going to have to make a decision to try and double up with a hand.
Off on the button this time.
It's got to be soon. All in here? No.
No, it must have been an awful hand. So he would go all in with, I mean, any picture card he's going to move in there.
And he shows ace-9.
That's a calling
Would have got a caller.
He would have got action.
They're not sure if that was a calling hand or not.
Just to remind you what they're playing for. 455,000 euros is our third place money. That's what these guys have guaranteed themselves. 792,000 euros will be our runner-up money, and our winner, look at that, 1.361 million euros. Well, it's an enormous sum of money. It was a dream for over 600 players at the start of this tournament. One of these three will be taking it home, and the EPT Barcelona title, of course, our first tournament of the new season.
He's going to pass to Davidi in the small blinds.
Well, again, you'll probably see these two try and play a small pot.
Check, so let's take a look at
and last time they weren't exactly betting too big. They just don't have any incentive to go to war, really, do they? With the short stack in there.
No, you almost wonder why Katai is calling there. Just let that hand go.
9 of clubs. Going to start off with Davidi first.
Well, he's open the betting again.
100,000, and Fenton is going to
fold.
fold.
It this time.
So Davidi's going to take this pot.
Well, they've traded small pots. It is sort of about Sebastian Ruthenberg at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, and he's a big blind on this hand. It's up to one of these two players to make a raise against him, not let him have a free, to have a walk on this hand.
This time it'll be Katai with the button. And now every time we've been, I think every time three-handed we've been in this spot, he's passed and Gavin's moved all in after about 0.3 of a second.
I suppose Katai's problem here is he doesn't want to make a raise and walk into a big hand on the small blind. Is that just a call? No,
never in a million years.
I was going to say that was very strange.
He might pass absolute junk if he thinks that Ruthenberg's going to start calling with, you know.
I think you're going to re-raise me.
Davidi is going to fold on the button, and it's over to Fenton in the small. He's not going to push all in for the third time. Sebastian rolls over 3-4 off suit.
Now you too?
Well, he's let one go there. I suppose that's a bit of advertising. I have a bit of something when I raise you. You normally.
He showed the 3-4. Sebastian did, and then asked Gavin if it had put him on tilt. That was quite good. Nuts at EPTLive.com, boys and girls.
Yes, I can make a
get in touch. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to hear what you think of this final table, and especially, of course, what you think of Fenton Gavin and his amazing run in this tournament.
Fenton's going to start
if you've just joined us, remind you it's his first EPT, and he's a PokerStars qualifier. And
he's going to pass just the blinds now.
He really has. Not only
Sebastian announces raise all in.
Not only played well, but shown a lot of character at the table. Now, see if he can get a call. No, he doesn't.
Sebastian shows the ace of spades this time.
Well, Sebastian's not done. He's still got around $1 million in chips. And that's the interesting thing about this spot. He doesn't have many chips in relation to the blinds, Alex. But if one of the other players calls him and loses to double up, it severely hurts them.
There's a certain sort of power in that, isn't there? Yeah, he's not out of this. If he doubled up through Gavin, for example, you would have a very even spread of chips on the table.
And since he's won the last two, we'll have
quite a delicate balance, really.
We're going to go down to the tournament floor, and Kara Scott's talking to members of the public again.
Well, Sebastian Ruthenberg might be the short stack on the table, but he's not without support. We've got two of his PokerStars.de shooting stars here with us, Jan Heitman and Benjamin Kang. So you're just giving him a bit of support, is that right?
Of course, yeah. I was there when he was third in Dortmund, and now he's going to win.
Wow, that's a bold statement. What do you think, Jan?
Well, I sweated him for the bracelet win, so he has very good chances with us two in the crowd to take this thing down.
No way he's going to lose this one.
Well, I saw him just turn over a hand. What was it, deuce 4 or something, and you guys all clapped. I don't know if that's a friendly move or not.
No, I mean, like, he doesn't, you know, we call him the luck box in Germany. That's his name, and he doesn't need the cards, you know. He's just going to hit the board, and that's going to do it for the rest of these two.
It might just happen. You never know. Let's get back to the action and find out.
I call Ruthenberg luck box. I haven't seen any evidence of that today, have we? I don't think we've seen him in a showdown situation, have we?
Trying to think, can't
can't remember one.
He says 230 more.
So is that a re-raise?
Davidi immediately announces all
Ty's
in.
gone all in. That must be a big hand at this stage to do that. One of 3 or 4 hands.
And Fenton's going to pass.
Looks like the kings.
He
Castle
flash
or
pocket
king
kings
now.
to us, or a king.
Possibly. Just for the webcast viewers, showed us the kings, I think.
Another EPT Live exclusive. Well, that's a significant pot. That brings Davide Katai much closer to Fenton Gavin. 2.8 million plays, 2.3 million.
You're joking. Would be nice for me.
You can get in touch with us here on EPT Live. Nick Welton and Alex Van Veer in the commentaries. Nuts at EPTLive.com. Tell us what you think of these players and who you're rooting for. It'd be lovely to hear from you.
One more nice laydown, please.
Ruthenberg is a big blind again in this hand.
Davidi's going to pass.
Pass.
And Fenton says he's going to pass. So Sebastian's
no.
going to get a walk. And he's not happy about it.
Not happy. Not happy.
It's not happy.
Nein, er muss
But,
reinschieben. Snapcall mal.
He actually looks like he's quite enjoying himself, doesn't he?
König. Ja.
Now I'm going to point your way the direction of the EPT highlight shows. They're going to be on Channel 4 in the UK from the 11th of November. I'll get told if I've got the details wrong. Weekly. So starting the 11th of November, check
Fenton's
out
going to start us off
our
on the button this time.
what will be EPT.com for full details. That's where you can get the dates rather than
He
relying on me because I'm
announces
big dyslexic. Are beautifully made
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He says
highlight shows going out
210,000.
on Channel 4 this season. Very exciting.
And the blinds are going to pass. Fenton's going to take the blinds and the antes.
And then when you watch that, you can see if you're right about all the cards that you didn't see when you were watching EPT Live, right, Alex? There are a couple of folds yesterday that I was interested in checking out.
Davidi
Well,
and
lock
Fenton
them
on the
away
blinds
and
now. Sebastian's going to go
we'll watch
first.
later in the year.
Pretty much relying on you telling me, to be honest, because you know, you're on the inner circle.
He's going to pass over to Davidi in the small blind. Davidi's going to make the call. Fenton's going to check his option. So these guys are going to see the flop.
So another
And
flop
that
with no
flop
raise
is
between the 2 chip leaders.
4 of clubs,
Yeah,
jack
this
of
is the
diamonds,
pattern.
jack of
If
hearts.
Ruthenberg doesn't want to play his button, they play a small pot.
I think Katai has led out to every one of these flops though.
Davidi bets out 80,000.
I guess he just figures that Gavin's not going to mess around and is probably only going to play if he does have something, so he might as well take a stab.
Fenton
He's taken a
announces
bit of a
call.
liberty though. He's done it a fair few times
These
now.
guys are going to go one more time to the turn. Turn card is the 9 of diamonds. So now we got 2 jacks, a 9 and a 4
It's chips
with 2
immediately.
diamonds. Davidi's going to be first to go.
Another small bet perhaps, basically telling Gavin he does have a hand. So you're going to make it maybe 150 or something? Just 100, is that?
And he is going to bet.
Call.